Naomi, hold on. You're running 7th, Gareth. Well done.
Off on me called home, got the camera back from Wombwell 5 and welcome to Cookie's Rambles. So last 2 mile, very windy. Just called home, didn't want to be that long, ended up being about an hour, and then Naomi rung me because she's gone off. Cheers. On a 10-mile run to finish her Sunday off with Ruby on the bike. Ruby got a flat tyre, I had to take the bike round to Ruby's house, so it's been a bit longer than I expected. Yeah, been another big week of training. Done quite a lot this week actually. Had a session Tuesday around the glorious Carlton Industrial Estate. It was a big session, about 13 mile in total. So did 3k effort, 1k jog float, 2k effort, 1k jog float, and then a k effort, k jog float, and then repeat it all again. 3, 2, 1. Felt quite good, but then I was mindful that Wednesday I had a track race as well, so we've organised some 3k races and 5k races for Barnsley AC on the track. So kind of said I was saving my legs for them, but probably didn't really. So the track race 3k, I think my PB is like 9:32 for the track, which is quite sharp, but for me anyway. This week I think I did 9:42. It was a case of Birdie and Scott set off fast. Birdie set off probably a little bit too quick to stick with Scott for the first lap, but it was a case of me reining Birdie back in then for the following laps on the 7.5 laps of Dorothy Hyman. Low trees. So reined Birdie back in around lap 5, I'd like to say, and felt quite good. We're clocking the miles quite nicely, getting through the motions of it. Did feel quite comfortable to say I was running fast. We're around 16-minute 5k pace, so probably not as quick as what I'd ever hoped, but it was quick enough to say I did a session the day before. And then Thursday and Friday were just more easy running, as well as Monday, which I just completely skipped and forgot about. And then Saturday wanted an easier park run, so opted to go to Frickley, which isn't the easiest of courses, but it's quite a quiet park run, so, and it's all off-road. So went to Frickley, managed to set off quite comfortable, and it's about a mile uphill to begin with, and then the rest of it's like relatively downhill. It did get quite windy. Just seen Naomi go past at Bottom Road running with Ruby. Did get quite windy from mile 1 to 2, and then that's probably where I lost the bulk of my time, to be honest. And then it was just a case of finishing strong, so I got 17:15. See if you can see her. She's wearing an orange top. Oh, she's disappeared somewhere down that way. Yeah, 17:16 for the 5k effort on a Saturday morning, which isn't too bad. And then ran a little bit after and called it a day for Saturday. Went Saturday afternoon for a walk around Scout Dyke with Naomi and Bessie to get some more time on foot in the legs, and then went to my parents last night to have spag bol for us pre-race meal, which has become like a bit of a ritual. Crossing. I did run Friday night this week with Bessie as well. Did 5 mile. Tried filming a little bit of it, but I had it on my chest and it was dark, so the footage looked quite bouncy, but other than that it were alright. Bessie clocked I think it was 6:58 for 3 mile, which for her is quite quick, because she's just been jogging at Parkrun with Naomi, but it's about the same sort of pace anyway. And then anyway, on to Sunday. So Wombwell 5 race I've done quite a few times, but I've never really like targeted it, and to be honest I still haven't, because I ain't rested to going into it. But my 5 mile PB is from Wivensey 5 last year, and I ran 26:45, which is quick, but I know I can run quicker than that. So could probably get sub 26 on a good day going off 10k and 5k pace. So yeah, it's at Wombwell. It's got about 200-300 foot of climb. You go up Snape Hill through into Darfield to begin with, so it's not flat, it's not fast, but it's a good local race, organised by a local running club, and the money goes to the local running club, so it means a little bit more than entering like your James Tomlinson Run for Alls or your big Great Run series and stuff like that. So much prefer a running club organised race. But yeah, Barnsley AC used to organise it historically, and then they've passed it over to Kingston in recent years, who's doing a cracking job to keep it going. So yeah, Wombwell 5 wanted to get 20 mile in today, so ran through to the race, which is 10k slightly downhill from where we live, majority on the trail. So Naomi joined me on the mountain bike, which we've just passed over to Ruby, so she can bike with Naomi. So I think that bike will have done like 25 mile today, which ain't bad going. So yeah, 10k there. Kept having to tell Naomi off for going too fast and leaving me, but it's all good fun. And then got to the race about 9:15. Race starts at 9:30. Straight in toilet queue to get changed, and then didn't do a proper like race specific warm-up, but yeah, got my number on, shoes on, and then straight on the start line almost. Got a photo with a squad from Dave Bennett, so we had quite a big showing today from the rest of the team, which were quite good. All of us have joined Barnsley AC now as well, which is good because it means we're all repping the same club as well. Even though, like, when we do race, it doesn't really matter if you run for a club, to be honest, but yeah, it's good to see that they're all moving over. Just toying with a car. So yeah, apart from Sean, who's not bought his vest yet, everyone were in the club colours. So yeah, we're race like kicked off just after 9:30. It was a fast start, but not uncontrollably fast. Straight away, Ewan Brown from Hallamshire and Scottish Cliff were out in front. Now sat in third with Dan Smith from Team Manvers, just like on my shoulder as we left the go-kart track. First mile were like 5:08, 5:10 or something like that for me. Might have been a bit slower. We're going off the mile marker. Felt quite good, felt comfortable. Wasn't pushing it too much, but yeah, up Snape Hill, bound to lose some time, which I did, but it was still a sub 6 minute mile. My course PB, the R8, is 27:20 at Wombwell, I think. So yeah, anything to beat that today. Push in as soon as you got to Snape Hill, which is an hill, but it's over in like quarter a mile, so I hardly call it an hill, to be honest. Got to the top of it, levels out, going into Darfield through the estates. Scott previously ran Wombwell 5 as a 4.5 mile race and got the fastest 5 mile time on Power of 10 for about a week, until they realised it was massively short. So he cut through the estate and the rest of the race followed him, so they all ran short one year, but the lead car also went wrong. So yeah, it was just one of them that can't be avoided. So yeah, pushing quite well. I'd pulled away from Dan Smith at this point, and half expected Joe Sweetenham Slingshot Powell to come past me, but he didn't, as we're going on the downhill back to rejoin the course at the bottom of Snape Hill. But yeah, felt good. Got into like motions of running around 5:15 pace, which was like ambitious marathon pace. But yeah, felt really fresh to say I've done quite a lot of speed this week. But yeah, got back to the go-kart track, and that's about 3/4 mile to go. Dave Bennett goes to me. It's a great race out in front. I saw Scott and Ewan battling it out for first place. Ewan eventually pipping him on the line, but it was great to hear like all local club, and Scott's little fan club, and his mum and dad, Laura's mum, Laura, and Cole screaming him home as well. But yeah, pushing it out on my own, so weren't really in for a sprint finish. Didn't realise how close I were to my actual 5 mile PB, otherwise I'd have probably pushed a bit harder, which is stupid of me, rookie error. But yeah, ran across the line 26:55, and then gun time has me at 26:54. So yeah, not a bad effort for a Sunday morning at Wombwell. Yeah, felt good, legs felt fine. Ran home 6.5 mile, and then had a bit of a lounge around the house to then go out and finish this 2 mile jog. So yeah, it'd be about 108 mile for the week, which in a big speed week ain't bad at all for me. Starting to rack the miles up, legs are starting to feel really tired, which is all part and parcel of it. But yeah, it's enjoyable part of marathon training. So marathon training had a, what could you call it, a bit of a debate this week around like running and time on foot. So like stopping and starting in your runs, which yeah, it's not great for you, but it's all time on foot and miles under the belt. Used to have a chat with a guy at Parkrun many years ago called Norman Cole, and I used to go to Norman and said to him, right Norm, what you done for your training this week? and it's good to me. Well, I've been round the supermarket a couple of times, been to Meadowhall, done my garden, like just chilled out, done my shopping, and then I've done a couple of runs as well. So it's something just for you to take away this week, and a takeaway line. Like, it all counts. Every single thing that you do counts to your time on foot, and your miles under your belt. So don't worry about it. Keep it running specific if you can, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world. So keep smiling, keep running, one foot in front of the other, and that's all that matters in the grand scheme of things. But it's all miles on your feet, and if you've got a job, you're a postman, you're going out, you're leafleting, you're a bin man, doesn't really matter. As long as you're stood up, you're active, you're doing something, that's all that matters in the grander scheme of things. So yeah, that's my takeaway piece for you. One foot in front of the other, a little bit like last week's sign off, but yeah, brilliant. Just turning round so I'll get my 2 and a bit. So yeah, next week session Tuesday, which is 4x2 mile. I'll be recapping that, and then I've got 5,000 meters on the track, and then hopefully planning on a faster park run next week because we're over in Hull. So we'll see how I get on there, and then it's starting to rack up the races. So got Retford Half coming up, first 10-mile race. It has been quite sad to see the demise of the Doncasters, Askens and Doncaster AC races, which is apparently down to the council not doing them a favour in terms of the road closures. And it's not great to see that companies can obviously pay that in Doncaster, but yeah, it's just politics, and people not getting on in some walk of life by the looks of it. But yeah, it's hopefully in future years we see the return of 0 and 9, asking 10k, Cusworth 10k, asking 10 mile, but we'll see. Anyway, that's 2.2 done, 20 mile for the day boxed off, 108 for the week. So yeah, 7,500 foot of climb, not a bad week at the office. So see you next week on Cookie's Rambles.